This vid's dedicated to Terry Joe Jr. I've been listening to him. He's almost at 100,000 subs. I started listening to him when he, I don't know, whenever, about, I was like around 27,000. So I've been listening on and off. And I listen to maybe half his vids, depending on the subject. You know, and I find him, he's a Canadian Chad. This dude's a bona fide Canadian Chad. And literally, he went from age 21 to 29, which he is now. He went 8 straight years without a long term relationship, without a girlfriend. Now, obviously, he banged some chicks here and there, but he was looking for a relationship. So, ladies, this notion that every dude that none of he's a Canadian Chad and he's driven, goal oriented, doesn't want to fuck around on women, not a player. I'm telling you, man, this kid goes to the gym. I mean, this fucker could probably bench press 350. Easy. I'm telling you, this guy's a Canadian Chad. He knows who I am, him and I, you know. So the reason I'm mentioning him is because he made a vid today speaking, as we all know, how women are so entitled. They expect guys to bring like everything to the table, and all they're going to bring is your vaginas. Literally, some of them. You know what I mean? It's like, and at least, and I want to delve into something here. You always hear about women talking about how guys should pay on the first date and all this and that, but what they don't ever talk about is reciprocation. See, in the old days, if you go back 20, 30 years ago, what women today don't understand is when I started dating girls in the 70s, 80s, because I'm 66, you would take, like, my girlfriends, I would take them out to dinner, buy them dinner. A few days later, they would make me fucking dinner. Do you understand, ladies? You women today, and you know what the big joke is, too? These women complain about cooking or doing laundry. Like if they had to cook or do laundry for you. Guess what, you beaches? You got to cook anyway for yourselves. Think about it. These broads are complaining about having to cook a meal for a man, yet they got to cook for themselves. What's the difference? Throw another burger on the grill. I mean, it's like you women today, you wonder why us guys are fed up with this nonsense? Ladies, if you have to wonder why guys are not approaching you, asking you out, or you want to start relationships with you, and believe me, ladies, wait, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Uh-huh. See, the older guys like me, the dudes, the boomers, the Gen Xers, they're the dudes that still want relationships. So once we die off, you think these millennials and these Gen Zers and Gen Alphas, whatever, guess what? None of them are going to want relationships. They won't even know what a relationship is. And you ladies brought all this nonsense on yourself. I want to make another point here. You always hear about women saying, I want a guy that's funny. I want a guy that's funny, can make me laugh. How often do you ever hear a guy say, I need a woman who's funny who can make me laugh? Never. Why? Because women can't make men. Women are not funny by nature. Some of them are funny looking with how fat they look, but they want a funny guy. Like first of all, I mean, I happen to, I am a funny guy, so to me, it just comes naturally. But for a guy who's not naturally funny, like, who are you to impose some kind of strict, weird thing that you want a funny fucking guy? So he can be your little like comedian or something. Ladies, most of you don't deserve a funny guy. Why? Because most of you don't deserve to laugh in life. You want to know the fucking truth? Think about it. Like, I don't mind being funny. As long as some chick's fucking my brains out, I'll be as funny as you want me to be. But you women that sit there and expect to go on foodie dates with dudes and use some of these young dudes up just for whatever, attention or something, and you expect them to be fucking funny? I find nothing funny about prick teasing some young dude who's, hormone raging, got a boner 24/7. And he's asking you out on a fucking date, not getting laid, and you expect him to tell you fucking jokes. Like Andrew Dice fucking Clay? No, there's no jokes there. If you ladies want funny jokes coming out of guys like me, you gotta fuck. Hey, 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 ladies, since you by nature are not funny, why would I make you laugh unless you're gonna make me come? I mean, ladies, at least if you're not gonna be funny, at least spread your legs. See? That's funny. Here, I'll make you laugh when I stick my head between your fucking legs and give you 5 multiple orgasms. You'll be laughing your heads off. You women. I love these women, especially the women the fat ones, Terry Joe. You see these 300-pound women that, I want a funny man that makes 6 figures. Bitch, you're 300 fucking pounds. You're lucky to get a dude with a heartbeat, a 2-inch penis who makes $8 an hour. And then they wonder, well, how come guys are not approaching us in public? That's how dumb these bitches are. I'll tell you why, Terry Joe. I'll tell you why they're dumb. Because I'm explaining. You guys like you and me and, Xander, LFA, all these guys, we try to tell these women. It's funny how women always complain that, like, they are surprised that they don't know what men want or like. Ladies, they're so hardwired to lie that they think we're lying to them. We want you fit, friendly, and fuckable. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm looking for some girl with intelligence, but am I going to find one smarter than me? Fuck no. I could go to Harvard and get a fucking PhD professor who's been there 20 years and they won't be smarter than me. Maybe in their dumbass subject like intersectional lesbianism or some shit like that. But ladies, you don't get funny guys like me. You don't get guys like me that are 145 pounds with 10% body fat and a 6.5-inch thick penis. You don't get guys like me like that. You don't get guys like me that are 66 with kilos of 717. You don't get guys like me with paid off houses, paid off car, and another car with a 217 car payment on it a month. Hey, who's got a wait? How many people have a car payment? No, my car payment's $216 a month. I could pay it off today if I wanted. Really, now, come on, ladies. House paid off, rental properties. And you ladies think you're better than me? Especially the older broads, they're the funniest ones. I gotta laugh at the broads that are like in menopause, post-menopause. Maybe if they're 60 plus and they're 10 years past menopause and what doesn't matter. But I'm seriously, man, it's like these 50-year-old broads. If they've never been married and they've, had their share, quote unquote, of boyfriends. Yeah. We can elaborate on that later. You know what? I usually find with them, and I got friends like this. I'm not going to, they're just miserable creatures. Yeah. Why? Because they've made such poor choices in men that they're not with those men now. And see, all these relationships that are failures with these women, like I said, I've said it in other videos, whether they break up with the dude or vice versa, it's traumatic. And see, it's a catch-22, like I've said before. And if it's not traumatic, it means, here's what it is. It's a traumatic experience after so many failed relationships. And if it's not traumatic, then you're already damaged. And if you're not already damaged, you're just getting more traumatized, which will lead to you being damaged. So I highly recommend, seriously, you know what? When I see like these older broads that have never been married, I got a close friend like this too. I tell her this, that's why she doesn't talk to me too much. I piss her off. I tell her the truth, I mean, I just see these women are miserable, and this woman is very attractive. This friend of mine, I've known her like shit 30 years. Mm-hmm. You know, she's a little overweight, but she's still. I mean, this chick was in her prime. She was an 8 or 9. She was very attractive. She's still good looking in her 60s, but I'm telling you, she drinks a little too much. But you know, I'm just telling you, folks, she's not very happy. This is a lady that, yeah, she's been ran through. I mean, I don't know how much pipes later. I'm not even. Well, I mean, I'll just say the last 20 or 30 years, she hasn't been banging a lot of dudes. But before that, in her 20s, probably. Now, I mean, her body count is her body count, but you know, let's say it's at least 25. Now, I'm not one of them. But the thing is, and I've helped make this lady a lot of money in real estate, so she should be sucking my dick. No. The situation is, she's just sort of miserable, unloved. See, that's what happens, ladies. See, I always like, it's funny when you see these guys on YouTube saying, hey, you hot women who are 55 or 60 or 50, you guys should be banging guys in their 30s and 40s, the pool boys and all this shit. Yeah, if they're fucking shallow and just want to fucking, you know, fuck some dude for an ego trip, you think that guy's going to love them for like the next 10, 20 years versus a guy their age or a little older? Of course not. Wait, what 55-year-old woman is going to maintain a long-term relationship with a 40-year-old dude? You think when he's like 55 and she's 70, he's going to be around? He's going to hijack it out of there. These women are fucking delusional as fuck. Whereas a guy their age or older will stick it out with them. So see, that's another reason these bitches are miserable. It's what I call, I'm going to coin a new phrase now. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. I don't even know what it's going to be yet. But I'm making this up. Give me a little time. Basically what I'm saying is, it's like, I got to come up with a good phrase for this. What these women do, it's like, I know what I want to say, but I'm trying to put it in the best phrasing. Let's see how good I am at this. Okay, Romeo's here. He's distracting me. Romeo, give me an idea for the phrase. The phrase would go something like this. It's perpetual mistake after mistake after mistake that leads to an inevitable outcome of misery, solely self-inflicted by the poor choices that said women have made in their past, present, and hopefully not future. How about that? Say that 10 times in a row. But seriously, that's what it boils down to with a lot of you women. You know, a lot of you women, you attractive women in particular, I don't feel sorry for you at all if you're not involved in a loving relationship. Why? Because you probably rejected 100 dudes that would have loved you for life. At least 100. And some of you attention hoes and prick teasers probably have had 500 guys that you, who knows how many guys you've, it's, you know, I feel about as sorry for you as the anthill that I just buried with sand, and I'm going to flood it out in about 20 minutes. Flood those they were trying to come in my house. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flood that anthole out, drown them all. Yeah. The Lord giveth, and the Lord drowneth.